Hi, welcome back to Margaret Country Crafts and Miniatures. My name is Catherine and thanks for coming back to this video, or maybe you're a new watcher. Either way, thank you for clicking. Today we have some upcycling to do. Upcycling thrifted boxes. I went to the thrift store quite a while ago and I found this set of 4 wooden boxes, and I haven't been able to figure out what to do with them until now. So these are the 4 boxes. They came in a set of 4 and they're just all taped up together. So I'm just going to take them all apart. Take off all the tape. And there we have our set of 4 boxes. You'll notice that they are like somewhat hollow. One side is deeper than the other side. But I'm just going to give it a quick vacuum just to get all the excess dirt and dust off of it that was on it. And there was like some gunk on the edges, so I just took some sandpaper just to sand it down. And with a paintbrush, I'm going to be painting these boxes in white chalk paint by Folk Art. And this is a really thick paint. I've had this chalk paint for quite a while, so it has gotten pretty thick, but it's exactly what we need for these boxes because it's going to give it a nice coverage. And so I'm just going to paint all 4 boxes in this white chalk paint. And just showing that I'm using my heat gun to try to speed up the process of it drying. Now, after they're all painted, box number 1, we are going to do some stencils from Chalk Couture. I got these ones secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace, but they're still great stencils. Got quite a lot of them, and I got a lot of the chalk paste too. So I'm going with a summer theme because summer is right upon us, or it's actually here. We're in June. I think we're in summer. So I'm starting off with this Go Wild stencil that has a tree as the eye. And I'm going to take this glittery green chalk paste by Chalk Couture. And I'm going to put it on my Chalk Couture squeegee. And it's a rubber squeegee. And I'm just going to stencil on the Go Wild onto the side of this white box. Now this first one that I did, I think maybe I did it a little too hard because it did get a little smudgy. I've learned through practice with these stencils, it's best not to squeegee too hard because then that's when it like really spreads out. And you don't get as clean of an image. And on another side of this box, I'm going to do a bicycle stencil with the same green chalk paste. And this one came out really nice and crisp. But a box has, you know, many sides. But this box on the 4 sides. I'm gonna do 2 of them as the Go Wild stencil. And then the other 2 are going to be of the bicycle. And just using my heat gun just to speed up the drying. And now with some just regular Scotch tape, I'm going to make a little line across the bottom of it and apply more of the green glittery chalk paste, just so that we can make a nice border around this box. And for the very top of the box, I want the border. I was gonna leave it white, but I decided I want it to be the same chalk paste color as what my stencils were. So I'm just applying that chalk paste just with my finger just to smooth it out, and because it is like a thicker paint, but it dries really nicely. Now on to box number 2. We're going to follow the same method as box number 1, but this one we're going to go with a Hello Summer with a little half watermelon stencil, and I'm just going to pick out what color of chalk paste I want. I have these little sample packets. This one's Slate Rose, which is a really nice bright summery pink color. And I'm just going to stick my Hello Summer stencil down, hopefully centered enough. And I'm going to squeeze out some of the chalk paste and squeegee it on top of my stencil. And this one came out really good. The watermelon did get a little bit not fully covered, but I think that adds to the rustic look of it, and I really like how it looks like that. And then this one is like a little martini drink, tropical drink with a smile on it. I thought it was really cute and went with the Hello Summer. And just on the other side, I'm going to apply another one of the Hello Summer. And just drying it down, you can see the slight difference that the pink makes once it dries down. It does get a little bit darker in color. And we're going to do the drink again on the 4th side. Now with a pencil and using the eraser of the pencil, I wanted to do just a scalloped border along the top and the bottom, similar to what we did with box number 1, but box number 1 I did more of a very straight, crisp line across all sides of the box. But this one I wanted to do more of a whimsical scalloped edge. And so I thought the pencil eraser would really help me get that. And it really did. It did work. It wasn't even. I'll give you that. It wasn't very even. but all in all, it did do the job. And I'm just attempting to do the scalloped edge on all sides of the box, all 4 sides, because the top and the bottom we're not going to do anything, but on the top we will be painting the border of that as well in the same slate rose chalk paste color. And I opted for an actual paintbrush for this one instead of my finger. But you know, whichever method you need to use to get your paint on, I think is a good method. Now you can notice that the top of them, I chose the side that has the shallow divot. The bottom has the more deeper divot in it. But I thought for the purposes of what I'm making these boxes into, that the shallow one would be the best one. And we're on to box number 3. I've chosen a farm theme, so farm, sweet farm. And then I'm going with this cadet blue, it's called. It's a very deep navy type blue. And I'm just gonna, the farm sweet farm did come out a little rough. I think I squeegeed too much chalk paste onto it. But you can still make out what it says, which is good. And on the next side, we're gonna do the farm sweet farm again, and this time I tried to go a little lighter on the paste, but this particular stencil was a little bit tricky, and it did come out a little rough. If you're liking this video, please like it. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that. Please subscribe. And please turn on the bell notifications so you know when I upload. And now on to the next side, we're going to use our other farm stencil. This one's just 2 arrows with the letters that spell out farm all around it. And we're going to use the same cadet blue color to lightly put on the paint, and this one turned out pretty good. This stencil was pretty forgiving, and it came out pretty nicely. And just on the last side, we're going to do that same arrow farm stencil. And on the top of the box, we're going to paint the border again with that same cadet blue. And I'm just bringing the cadet blue further down because we're going to do a very rough border. We're not going to make it very nice and crisp like I did with the green one. But number 4, box number 4, we are going with another blue, and this one's going to be a sunshine theme or beachy theme. And this one's like a coastal blue, so it's a more of a pastel looking blue. And this stencil was a little tricky because it had very little little words and little letters on it, which did make it tricky. But this palm tree one turned out excellent. And we're just going to try the sunshine one again. This one was a little bit better. You can see the words a lot better. And for the last side, we're just going to do the palm tree again. And on the top, we're going to paint the border that same blue. And I'm just going to bring down the paint a little bit to the top edges so that we can make a border. And this one I'm just doing it very roughly. I'm not using tape or anything to make it nice and crisp. I'm just going to make it a rough painted line. So there we have our Go Wild box, the green one. Once it's dried, we're gonna take this faux greenery that I have. I actually use this in one of my Easter little dioramas, but I got it off of Temu, and we're gonna use it to put into the little divot of these boxes. Just adding some hot glue so that the grass will stay down. The faux grass will stay within the box. And our third cadet blue box, putting some of the fake grass in. And there we have it, with the faux grass within it. But it needs something extra, don't you think? Because this is, obviously, I've turned these into little planters. I'm using fake floral, fake greenery, just because easier to maintain. And I'm just going to take some faux greenery that I have, cut off the stems, and I have these whimsical burlap flowers that I think will look really pretty on top of this faux greenery, and to make it look like a flower that's coming out of our newly painted planter. I know this DIY is not rocket science, and perhaps maybe you had other ideas of what I would upcycle these boxes into. There was other possibilities. I could have done a shelf, like put all 4 boxes together and make it into a shelf. I could have done that. I was just trying to think of what I can use a lot of my craft materials for, and I decided that painting it and using my Chalk Couture stencils was the summery route that I wanted to go with this craft. So that's what I chose to do. And I just had a little styrofoam block that I put in there so that the flower could stand up properly. And I'm just putting another styrofoam block down and making my flower stand up in the faux grass. Now I have these paper roses, so instead of the burlap flowers, which I did 2 of them in the burlap flowers, I'm choosing to do these paper roses in the other 2 boxes. Box planters. And there we have our coastal blue one. So this was the before. They were just old plain boxes, yellowy wood color. And this is the after. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching how I upcycled these thrift store boxes. What would you have done with these boxes? I'd love to hear in the comments below what you would have done. But did you enjoy this? Did you like the Chalk Couture stencils? Do you want to see more of them? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.